Welcome to today's episode, my friends. You might be wondering why we're staring here at the mysterious toppings. Well, we got some fun rewards here for you today, and we're going to break down exactly what this is and which ones you should consider choosing here. Welcome to today's episode. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I'd love to hear from you as always. And we'd love to see you in our amazing Discord server and community, my friends. We'll once again talk about exactly what we're talking about when it comes to mysterious toppings here in 1 second. Additionally, we'll break down those mysterious toppings and what ensues next. All right, let's get into it here, my friends, because those timestamps are available to you down below, as always, in the details. Here is exactly what I'm talking about. We got the Radiant login rewards here, and I actually saw a lot of you looking at what were the mysterious toppings, so I wanted to give you a new and updated video around this, in particular for this Radiant login rewards. So here we do get 5 mysterious toppings. Now, this is one of the primary ways that we can still get mysterious toppings through login rewards like this or other event rewards. And then we get an ability to choose. That is exactly what this is. Choose an epic topping out of the 7 kinds contained in the chest. So many flavors and effects. Your cookies will certainly appreciate the gift like this, and they will. So let's talk about this, because it is pretty important when it comes to picking these particular ones. Now, luckily, even me as a free-to-play player, and like we say, the number one here, as always, we have fortunately got a bunch of these. However, whether you're new, whether you're returning, whether you're a lovely spender, all that stuff, we're going to talk about which one that I think you should absolutely leverage or choose based off some good criteria for yourself in picking those things out. So with this, with the mysterious toppings, you get 7 kinds to pick from. We have all 7, like I said. Now, a couple things around these. 4 of them you can actually get. So which ones am I talking about, my friends? Let's go ahead and show you. So right now, the biggest way to get them still is by doing this. You can go in and complete the lovely pieces here in the special episodes. When you're in here, not all 5, 4 of them will give you the ability to get some of these Radiant toppings or Resonant toppings. Here, Icicle Yeti's Winter Song. Here, A Mermaid's Tale. Here, Summer Soda Rock Festa. And here, Legend of the Red Dragon. That leaves us with 3. 3 of them we cannot get at all. Now, a couple things around that as well. 2 of them were from playthroughs. So what do I mean by that? When we do our world exploration here, nope, not Based East, back to Crispia here, and we go all the way back, and we go back to story mode. A couple things here. We got the Radiant Cheese ones right here, and then we got the Moon Kissed ones right there. That leaves us with the Perfidia ones. So I'll go ahead and show you that right here in the storage. So once again, this is what we talked about. We got the Moon Kissed right there. We have Perfidia right there. We have the lovely Draconic. We have the Tropical. We have the Sea Salt, and we do have right there, the Frosted Crystal. So this one right here, Radiant Cheese, Perfidia, or the Triple Cone Cup Trio topping is what I meant. And the Moon Kiss toppings here are 3 of the ones that you still can't get in. So if you're a newer player, I would prioritize one of those 3. Now, the good news is here in the lovely mailbox, you did get 5, which will give you a full set. So make sure that you keep that in mind as well. And again, this is a key way left to still get some of these toppings. Now, a couple things around this. If you're curious on which ones that are useful or you can use them on, right here, my friends, gives you a good idea. Right now, you still may use Moonlight. You may be using Milky Way. You definitely may be using Blueberry Pie for the Blueberry Pie magic candy, as well as some of the PvP, and then Space Donut as well in terms of some of the PvE. Now, very important there to think about that one as always. Then here in the lovely Triple Cone, you have Capsaicin, Prune Juice, and Queen Almond. You're probably just going to use Prune. Now, if you you didn't play back then for the Triple Cone Cup, you may want to consider this particular one to get prune juice. Attack on that can go a long way for Queen Almond, as well as Capsation, something to think about there. Now, next, we got the Draconic. Draconic, you can still get some of those in the game. Here we got Hollyberry, which you'll probably definitely use them on. Pitaya, definitely use them on. Maybe some of these other ones here as well. Tart to Tan for damage, Royal Margarine, potentially for your lovely, if you need to, some of the PvP or sorry, PvE, as well as some of the Red Velvet Dragon teams as well. And then Snapdragon, not really, you'll just use cooldown. That one's kind of overkill. And then here we have the Tropical Soda Rock. Here you got Super Epic with Shining Glitter, probably Rockstar, probably Black Lemonade, probably Parfait, potentially Mango. Mango is certainly in some other key teams once again, so that's something else to think about. Their Red Velvet, sometimes you still see that in there, and some other stuff. So those are some key ones there to consider. Then, my friends, you will have the Sea Salt. Here for Sea Salt, you got Legendary Sea Fairy, you got Legendary Black Pearl, you got Crimson Coral, and the rest right there. If anything, you're probably going to use it for Black Pearl and Crimson Coral, so you can keep those in mind. And then here we do have, we did the Sea Salt. Here we have the Radiant Cheese. In terms of Radiant Cheese, definitely Golden Cheese, Mozzarella Yame, definitely Fettuccine, definitely burnt cheese, and then certainly Black Raisin as well, as some other great combinations there. So lots of them to use here in terms of the Radiant Cheese. And then last but not least, we have the Frosted Crystal. Here, definitely Frost Queen, Icicle Yeti is kind of similar to what we talked about with Snapdragon. Here, Sherbet, Snow Sugar, Cotton, and Pinecone. Cotton recently getting a buff, those kinds of things to consider, and also some of the other frost mechanics. Now, however, once again, for these, we do get an opportunity to use and leverage. So when it comes to all of these different toppings here with our mysterious toppings, 4 of them, like I said, you can still get from the story mode. Again, it's nice to see that they're giving these out for newer players that maybe weren't around, or for players that have been around for a long time, like myself, in order to kind of use these as well. In terms of what I would probably do is, if you don't have the Triple Cone one, I would go ahead and get that probably for prune juice, and they can be used across as a second setup. I'm probably going to go with Radiant, because the Radiant cheese stuff is still very, very high in use for a lot of different teams, and in particular because the elementals. And then as an additional backup, maybe the Moon Kiss, depending on where you were at and when you played again. Or if you do got a lot of Radiant cheese, then I would go with the Moon Kiss. Probably one of those 3. Now, on top of it, for the rest, as no pun intended, if you really, really need some of these ones, certainly go get those. Just trying to prioritize what I think I would use, particularly for my stuff in terms of my grouping, and what you should consider in terms of your grouping. That's why we went through each of these and also kind of outlined which particular cookies are still in play, still in use, to help you make those decisions. So that's kind of how I would bucket it out in terms of fine tuning and tweaking. If you got everything that you need, I probably would go with these ones right here and just keep tweaking these pieces. Or because Frost Queen is still heavily used, you could go this route and work on your Frosted Crystals as well. So those 2 are probably the more prominent ones in terms of what's being played, and what is going on in PvP and PvE as well in terms of those considerations. So, my friends, that is the lovely mysterious toppings for you here today against the Radiant Resident, as we always talk about. It's great to see that we got these in our mailbox as a login reward. Check it out, make sure you claim it, and on top of that, we gave you the breakdown of what exactly mysterious toppings are, which ones you should consider choosing for your team, and in potential where you're at as a free-to-play player like me, new player, returning player, and those kinds of things as well. So if you still got a question, if you got a comment, let me know, because I love to hear from you as always. and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Let us know in the comments which one you're picking, because I'd love to hear it. With that, thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here, as always. And thank you so much to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. It's a nice way to support the channel. You get emotes, icons, vids, those kinds of things. We also have affiliate links and a swag and merch store that you can check out. Thank you for all that support, my friends. And don't forget our socials. At me, chat me, stay connected. Maybe you want to chat me which mysterious topping that you ended up picking. With that, we'll see you again soon. Keep on running, my friends, and put those toppings to good use. Until next time, take care.